and welcome back. I hope everyone had a great week this week. I certainly had a very busy week once again. I guess it's that time of year. It is time to start thinking about getting cozy. We are in the process of renovating a spare bedroom. Those of you that are very observant may notice behind me some bare walls. We're in the process of redoing that hallway. We've stripped down the wallpaper. It needed to be. It was already starting to come down on its own. So we're in the process of redoing that, and of course I will share everything with you once that is completed. But even more importantly, as I shared with you last week, I have been doing a bit of shopping, not necessarily for myself. Of course, a little bit of that has been done also, but I've also been shopping a lot for my store. Now, those of you that are new here, I would just like to take the time to explain a little. It has been a lifelong dream of mine. In all of my adulthood, I had talked about wanting my own little store, and I dreamed about it being, of course, home decor, antiques, maybe have a little coffee corner with some books. That never came to fruition. However, in this day and age, there are other ways of doing that, and that is online. So this year I opened an online store and I've had a lot of fun with it. I would like to thank you all too for being such a huge support to me through your purchases. I appreciate it more than you know, and I'm happy to see that you're liking what I am choosing. As I stated when I first explained about opening the store, everything that I carry in the store is going to be items that either I currently have in my home or I have used, whether it's candles or what I call my little spa department. Everything in the store is something I personally love. So I'm not putting things on just because. I'm actually taking a lot of time in choosing the items for the store. I'm not putting just anything in there. A lot of the items, consignment items, are things that I currently have in my home. And some items, I'm going to be quite honest, I put them in there because I love it. And I tell myself, if it doesn't sell, I'm going to keep it. And it sells because you like it as much as I do. With that being said, I would like to share with you today some of the purchases I have been making the past several weeks. And I'm going to start with taking you into my living room, and I want to show you what we purchased for ourselves last weekend on our little day trip to the White Mountains. So I'm going to show you a few things. Let's go on in there. I'm going to show you my favorite thing first, and that is this little trunk. I spotted this in the corner of an antique store in Bethlehem, and I just fell in love with it. It's old. Look at the old weathered leather. And then inside, we did repaper this. I had purchased this roll of wallpaper at a yard sale at some point, and I really liked it to go inside of this. I thought it was pretty together. And we left the top alone. As you can see, it shows some love, but it is this company here, and they're actually a shoe company out of Boston. So I was just very excited about this. I am going to put it in our spare bedroom. It's a spare bedroom that I'm currently in the middle of renovating or updating. It is the room that my daughter was in, and I'm going to turn it into another guest bedroom / my office. So this is going to go in there. When you live in an old house like we do, trunks are very important because you don't have a ton of closet space. So let me show you a couple of the other things that I got. Over here, I found these few pumpkins. I thought this one was cute. It's made out of a sweater. These were all consignment purchases, and I loved the way they decorated that on top. This one was fun with the pheasant feathers. I loved the coloring. And of course, I love this green one. I found this at Goodwill. And then Mark had a treasure at the store Lonesome Woods. They have a bunch of old vintage clothing, and he spotted this and fell in love with it. It was a perfect fit, very warm, very heavy. It's obviously it's wool, and yeah, so he got that, and really that is all we had purchased for us. So let's go back into the kitchen, and I am going to show you what I have purchased for the store. Okay, so now for some of the fun things for you, for the store. Let me start with some of the consignment items that I have purchased. Now, let me see, where should I start? Let me begin by saying, regarding consignment items, I'm going to show you just a few today. I have added more to the store. I also have more to add. So if you are interested in that category, keep checking back. Like I said, I have items I've currently already bought. It just takes a lot of time to get those uploaded. And of course, I'm going to be out shopping, and you never know what I may find to share with you. So let me show you just a couple of the things that I have currently in my store. Let me start with, if you've watched for a while, you know how I love copper. And I have purchased a few items along the way. This is one of them. I purchased this, honestly, I don't even know if it's been a year. And I bought this in consignment. I have been using this and I loved it. The only reason I am sharing it with you in my store is because I found another kettle. It has a little different shape. It was made in England. You know how I love anything made in England. And so I decided to replace that and then share this with one of you if you're interested. So it's a beautiful copper with the brass, and it is, let me see here, La Belle Cuisine. It's in great condition, and that is going in the shop. I'm not going to take a lot of time on things. I just want to briefly go over some things. Now, this summer I was at an estate sale, and they had several forged iron sconces. And I have two of these in particular. Now, I'll be honest, there were three, and I kept one for myself. So one for me and two for you. I am selling them individually. If you only want one, you buy one. If you would like a pair, obviously there is a pair. I do have another style also, and that is only in the single. So as you know, with estate sales, you get what you get, and that's kind of what makes the hunt a little fun. So I have 3 iron sconces, and these are heavy duty. Mark actually took a blacksmith class this, I guess it was early spring, and he took a look at them, and yeah, he was impressed with the craftsmanship, but you can see where it has been pounded, so it's kind of neat to see. And then I've also added several pewter pieces. The cozy season is beginning. And to me, in my home decor, which I'll be honest, I really haven't changed a ton over yet. I'm starting. I think of copper. I think of pewter. I love to add terracotta pieces. I love to add, I'm trying to think, just the dark, rich colors, sometimes some worn brass. It is the time, though, that I really pull out my pewter. I kind of replace the ironstone the white ironstone with the pewter. So I have added a few pewter pieces. This is an adorable little sugar bowl with really fun handles. And I have more pieces that I will be adding, so keep an eye out for that. As far as consignment, I believe that's all I was going to show you there. Now, one of my very favorite items, if you've been here a while, you already know it, it's candles. I even shared my candle cupboard with you in a video and showed you different ways that I choose to use candles of all sorts, whether it's real candles, battery operated, I have them all. And I just wanted to share, first of all, with you, I have had these candles in my store. I started out with these right away. And what I loved about these is the terracotta little vase that they come in. So once the candle has burned down, and they burn very clean, I'm telling you, you would never know there was a candle in it when you're done. You can use it. You can use it whether you want to possibly put maybe even a small pillar candle in here. I chose to do a little bit of an autumn. I chose to do a little bit of fall foliage in here because, again, it's, you know, the colors of fall. So I just wanted to show you ways to use this, because really it's two items in one. You're getting a beautiful candle, and then you're getting the little terracotta pot that, I mean, that will last forever. I also wanted to mention it's not too early to start thinking of Christmas gifts. And this would be a beautiful gift. Now I do have, I believe, one coastal vanilla scent left. I have a couple of the basil orange, and I have a lemon. And I mention those because I don't know about you, but when January hits, for whatever reason, I'm wanting to clean up after Christmas. And the scent that I like burning is citrus in January. I go for the lemons, I go for the orange, grapefruit. So these would be beautiful Christmas gifts for someone. I also have my favorite tomato vine. That, I think the name of it is a little deceiving. I love it. I have burned through two of them, and it's a very herbal scent, and I love them. I also like these because they don't burn super, super strong. They are not headache inducing. That is something I am extremely sensitive to, which is why the candles that I put into my store, I'm going to test, and I'm going to need to like those myself before I sell them in the store. Speaking of which, again, back to my candle video. I can't remember what I titled it. I'll link it below. I had spoke with you about my all-time very favorite scent, and that's vanilla. When I go into a store and there's candles, I tend to gravitate towards the vanilla first. I don't know why. It's a very comforting scent for me. However, I do want to say I'm very picky about my vanillas. Now this one is by Joy Lane Farm. It's called Vanilla Bean. This scent, I discovered this when I moved here 5 years ago. The company Joy Lane Farm, it's a young couple. They are here in New Hampshire. They have a young family, I think 3 or 4 young children. And he was at a farmer's market with his candles. I loved several of them. This was the very first scent that I bought. This particular vanilla bean takes me back to my childhood. It is that vanilla that I loved. It's a very comforting scent for me. And it's It burns great. This, I'll be honest with you, is probably my fourth or fifth one that I have burned through. This is one that stays in my candle cupboard. I'm probably going to be pulling it out. I would burn this pretty much all year, but I just wanted to share it with you because it's a very good vanilla and I love the company. Joy Lane Farm, I'm going to be honest with you, I know I have purchased and used something from every line they carry. They have lotions and room sprays and soaps. I've used it all and I've loved everything that I've used. Another goal that I have is I really want to support small companies as much as I can. And if it is made in New England, you know I'm from the Midwest, if it's made in the Midwest. But I am looking right now, everything I carry is made in the US. Maybe eventually I may venture out and get into maybe things made in England. You know, I love that. But for now, I'm really focused on supporting small companies. That's important to me. The other one that I have loved, and this is again a repurchase for me. These are not new candles. It is called, it's from a company called Finding Home Farm. This one is Empire Apple. It's very refreshing. When you burn this, again, it's not overpowering. You feel like you've stepped into an apple orchard. It's a beautiful scent and I love it. Again, repurchase for me. So these are being carried in the store also. And then I have burning in front of me here, again, from Finding Home Farms, and this is called White Spruce. The company itself, a woman and her husband started out, I believe, selling their maple syrup. They started small and they are from upstate New York, and they now have a beautiful building where they have a cafe and all of their products and even more products. So again, I love supporting that. Another item that I purchased from them, because it's fall, we all want our pumpkin spice. This is a pumpkin spice pancake and waffle mix. I have made these. They are very light and fluffy. Thumbs up on this. And then I have purchased several of their maple syrup. Now, what I like about this one happens to be a pumpkin infused maple syrup. Infused is the key word. It's not I'm adding a flavored syrup to my maple syrup. It's actually infused with pumpkin spices, meaning your cinnamon and nutmeg, etc. I have also tried, I'm not carrying it yet, but I made a coffee infused maple syrup. Again, it's infused with coffee and it's just a hint of a taste. It's not super, super strong and it is delicious. I also have, you will see online, I do have some regular maple syrup of theirs also. It's an organic maple syrup. I love the packaging too. I'm a sucker for packaging. Regarding the candles though, I also wanted to mention, back in my candle video, I shared with you that I at one point worked for Yankee Candle. I learned a lot while working there, and the reason I started working there, quite honestly, is my love for candles. But when I was working, I remember they used to sell wick trimmers up at the counter. And I was like, really? Do you really need those? We sold these like crazy. And they're perfect because, you know, when the candle burns down, to get into that container with scissors is crazy. The importance of keeping that wick trim down to 1/4 inch that's what's going to give you your even burn in your candle. Now, I don't know if you can see here, this is burning very evenly, and it's because I trim that wick every time before I light it. That's any of the candles. The other thing that I'm selling, and these items I'm selling, they're not super expensive ones. I just wanted to offer them to you because, again, I feel it's important to have these tools. This is just like a wood and brass, and it's a candle snuffer. And that is how, instead of blowing out and possibly splattering your candle wax all over the place, you just snuff it right out. And these come in handy, especially if you have, I think I showed you before, I had a pillar in a deeper container, or any of the jar candles. They're great. So I just wanted to mention those because those are in my store also. I do have a question for you though. I thought it would be fun to share because I'm such a candle lover. I've told you my all-time favorite candle scent is vanilla. You will always find vanilla in my cupboard. What I have liked through the years has changed. I would love to know your top 2 or 3 favorite candle scents. If you love candles as much as I do, what scent are you apt to buy first, or am I going to find in your stash? Do you prefer beeswax that are unscented, or do you prefer a scent? So let me know. I'm going to be very interested to read your responses in the comments below. Regarding my spa department, that has been very popular with you, very popular. And I thank you for that because it seems to be you're liking the scents that I have chosen for you. Now, a very popular one was more of a summer scent, very light. I love it. I have worn it for years, but I also have added a couple of more. And this one here, now I took notes. I added, or I have body creams because in the winter, I tend to, because, you know, I have drier skin, older skin, and I tend to use body creams over body lotions. It's going to give you more moisture. And I have 2 or 3 in my store, and I just wanted to share the scents. Now, this one is called Heavenly Garden, and it's a whipped body cream. I have my cheat sheet here. It says the scents in here are rice flower, coconut, with an added warmth of sandalwood and jasmine. And I agree, it is a warmer scent. It's lovely. And it's very, very nice body cream. I've gone through a couple of jars of these myself, and I'm enjoying them, which is why they're in the store. The other one that I have, I don't know how to pronounce this. Demoiselle? I don't know how to pronounce it. Now this is a little lighter, and I don't know about you, but I don't tend to, unless it's maybe a hand cream. As far as a body cream, I'm not necessarily going to be putting a pumpkin scent on my body. But this one is very light. An elegant scent. I can't describe it. They say that they describe it as citrusy. Yes, I do get the orange and lemon. And it says with a hint of jasmine and woody undertones. I don't know if that helps you at all. I wish I had smell-o-vision so you could try these, but it's lovely. I love the elegant packaging, and these are made with cocoa butter, shea butter, and let me see, what is it? It's sunflower seed oil. So they're very nourishing. I love them. And the other surprise, when my grandson was coming to visit, he suffers a little bit with eczema, and he's not even a year old yet, so I wanted to be very careful about what I put on him. So I ordered some of this, and again, same company. It is a lavender chamomile shea butter balm. Now, this has 15% of shea butter in it. That's pretty unusual. It's very soothing and hydrating. And I'm going to be very honest, this is what I am using right now. I love it. It has a tiny, you can see I'm using it, a tiny scent of the baby powder smell, which is very, very soft. You're not going to smell like a baby, if that makes any sense to you. It has that hint of light lavender, and it's so comforting and soothing. I love this scent, and I've also purchased the talc-free baby powder. I absolutely love it. I swear I don't know if I'm ever going to not have this. So I wanted to share these with you. It's not just for babies, quite honestly. I mean, with the lavender and the chamomile in it, it's really kind of an adult fragrance, but my daughter loved it for Theodore, and so I have it for him here when he comes. The other thing that I have is a linen spray. Now this is newer. This is a lemongrass verbena, very light. Because I have animals, I have a dog and a cat in the house, I tend to like spraying my furniture just to get any scent out, your bed linens, or just as a room deodorizer. And again, the lemongrass verbena, all of these I would say are a fairly light scent. You're not going to, oh, this is lovely. Oh, such a clean scent. Lemongrass verbena, I was interested in that because typically you think of lavender when it's all about, you know, relax your mind. You immediately think lavender or chamomile. So I was surprised at this. It's a beautiful scent. I was very pleased with that. And then don't forget about the soaps that I have. This is a brand I have used for years and I love them. You find them out here in New England in specialty shops. I loved the packaging. These two here, Bourbon Vanilla and Fern and Moss. Honestly, this would be great for male or female. I have the small sizes in these so that you can try them, and if nothing else, they're beautiful displayed in your bathroom. Now the last category that I'm going to talk about is a new department that I am adding to my store. It's going to be called Made with Love from New England, and all of the items carried in that department are going to be handmade. Some of the things may be things that I have made. You've purchased a lot of my little clay ornaments, and they were a big hit, which is what got me to thinking. I have a friend that lives nearby, and she has a little sewing embroidery business. I'm going to be carrying some of her items, and one of the things that I wanted to carry, we had a little dinner party, and when she came, she brought, it's not this one, but it's very similar to a little wine caddy with a bottle of wine as a hostess gift. And I fell in love with it. I love, again, the tweed material was what I fell in love with. And she said she uses this same carrier. She likes to hike, and she takes her water bottle in it, you know, straps it crisscross across her shoulders. It tightens up here. The best part is this is a repurposed item. She makes these out of men's old woolen blazers and or sport coats. They're just lovely. Each one is going to be unique and different, which I like. And so she has brought over a few items for me that I am going to be listing. She's currently in London right now. When she gets back, she will be bringing me more items to list. So be patient. I'm going to have a couple of things, but more are coming, and different things. You're going to like them. The other thing she brought is this tote bag. Now this is large enough to carry a laptop in. It obviously, you can use it as a purse. It has an inside pocket with a zipper. This is made out of a wool blanket from Scotland, and the handle is a, I believe, a man's belt. I don't know, men or women, I'm not sure, but it's a leather belt. So again, very unique items. I have some more things of hers that I will be putting in, and more to come, like I said. I also have some hand-painted bookmarks that my youngest daughter has painted, and we are going to be putting those in. And she also has a pumpkin painting. We're in the process, Mark has made a frame for it, so we're in the process of painting that, and that will be coming on this week sometime. So a little bit of this, that, and everything in that category. I have more items I want to make to add to that department. Like I said, it's the cozy season. It's time to start decorating for the cozy season. It's also time to start thinking about Christmas gifts. So one for you, one for them. There you go. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you have a wonderful time decorating your homes. I'm going to be getting started with mine very, very soon. I have some projects to finish first, but I'm going to be getting on that very soon. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.